Hi, this is Derek Jordan. Welcome to the World Fusion Show, where we bring you the leading innovators in world fusion music. Today, my guest is Tantra Zawadi. I met Tantra in Senegal in 2013 when we were there together as part of the Senegal-America Project. Welcome, Tantra Zawadi, to the World Fusion Show.
Thank you for having me, Derek. It's my pleasure and an honor to be here with you.
I'm so glad that you could make it up here today, all the way from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, baby, Brooklyn. So you started out really, you've been doing poetry and spoken word as a young person, but also you were involved in dance and very interested in dance. So tell us about, what your household was like artistically.
Artistically, my father, he was such an inspiration. He loved music. And we would listen to like the modern jazz quartet. We listened to Carlos Santana. We would listen to James Brown, Joe Tex, all types of Aretha Franklin. And so we grew up in a musical household. So music was always a part of my life. And it brought us together. And dance was a natural part of that. Whenever something came on that spoke to my spirit, my shoes came off and I was moving and grooving all around the place. So it's always been a part of my life.
That's so great. But you also wrote poetry from a very early age. I think, how old were you?
About 9. I was about 9 years old. And so I took part in a poetry contest in my school and I won 3rd place and I was surprised.
Right.
And so that inspired me, that sparked an interest. I started reading a lot more poetry. Some of my early inspirations were Sonia Sanchez, Hakeem Madhubuti, S. Pearl Sharp, Gil Scott-Heron. Oh my goodness, he just changed everything for me with his voice, his poetry, the music, the message.
Yeah, big message there.
Yes.
Yeah, so great. Now, we met in Senegal in 2013, introduced by our good friend Tony Vacca, who has been on the show many times and will be joining us later to play some music. So Tony does this thing called the Senegal-America Project, and that was why we were there. We were there to do workshops with the young people and all kinds of stuff, a lot of performances. And we were in this fantastic place,
Beautiful.
which we love. So tell me and our audience what it means to you, what it meant to you, that trip.
Wow, it was an adventure. That's an understatement. And the way that I met Tony Vacca was so magical, at the Greenfield Poetry Festival. And hey, I got to say peace to Paul Richmond.
Paul Richmond, big shout out to Paul.
Yes, because he brought us together. And, Tony shared with me about the vision of the Senegal-America Project. And 2 months later, I was on a plane with Tony.
Boom.
And we're on our way to Africa.
Didn't take much to convince you.
No. And, since that time, it's been something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
Every opportunity I have to be a part of anything that the Senegal-America Project has going on, I'm definitely on board with it. So being in Africa was, I mean, I've been to Africa before, to South Africa, but that was my first time in West Africa. And
very different.
Oh, it was amazing. The artistry.
Yeah.
Everyone is an artist, it seems, there.
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing experience, meeting Masamba Diop and all of our friends at Soba Bade.
Incredible people, right?
Incredible.
Baroussal,
Bide
Bess, and
Donald Bukal.
Donald, who we're going to see later.
Baba Mal.
Pretty good deal, I think. Going there.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to this first vid, which is a video that Tony produced called The African Embrace, which kind of gives you a chance to talk about how you feel about Africa with your poetry. Tony produced this vid. It's wonderful. But why don't we just go to it right now and take a look at this. It's so fantastic.
So vast, so great, the African embrace.
When you give up yourself.
The color of life, universal harmony, The earth supports our conscious efforts for sustained humanity.
Uplifting together in her strength.
Human beings, human love, on a spiritual tip,
Growing and exchange from one
so vast,
to the other.
so great. The African embrace. Live beyond, love beyond your skin to where you belong.
Mama C, Mama Sa, Mama Africa. Lebon, I wanna be dana. Wanna give Kumodonda, no Ben RMC.
Ah, yeah, very nice. And of course, a lot of our buddies are in that too.
Yes.
Abiodun, Tony, Masamba, Padebu Bess, you know, some wonderful people. And I should just say the flute player, the Fula flute player, is I think Issa Ndor, who was there at the time. And he's going to be a future guest on the show as
amazing.
well. I love that very distinctive, special Fula flute sound, which he does so well.
Beautiful.
So, you know, God, it's great. And the other thing I wanted to say was, we mentioned earlier Donald Bacall, who you met there and who is a singer-songwriter. His English is not amazing, but his French is good. And Wolof, of course. So,
and mine is,
well,
I'm still working on it. I'm learning.
So you guys did a song together.
Yes.
And I produced it. And it was actually even picked up by a South African record label.
That's right,
and
Worldsoul
released.
Records.
Yep. So you want to tell a little bit about how the process was for making that song?
Sure. Oh, wow. Well, thanks to the Senegal-America Project and the workshops that Tony and Masamba organized at Sobobade, I had the pleasure of meeting Donald Bacall, and he's one of the most soulful vocalists that I've ever known. And from the first moment that we met, listening to his singing, playing his musicianship, playing the guitar, I found myself creatively right there with him. And we said, well, let's try and see what we can do together.
Sure.
Now, we know that our language is somewhat, we have to navigate our way through that. But then once we started with the music and the poetry, it all fell into place. We understood one another perfectly. Perfectly. We didn't need to communicate in any other way. And it was just magical. I mean, like, you were there.
I was there.
And you heard it, and we did it.
That's
we
right.
recorded it.
That's right.
And so it was a monumental thing for me to be able to visit Senegal, take part in these workshops.
Sure.
Because it is an exchange.
That's right.
You know, what we do, the Senegal-America Project, and we learn from each other.
Yeah.
And to take that moment and to know that that song, you know, thanks to you, Derek, for originally recording it, and we were able to share it with the world.
That's right. It's a good thing, too. That's a very good thing. So let's go and watch this wonderful video.
Oh, mes mots, tu les as souvent appris. Je revis notre histoire avec des souvenirs, espérant qu'un jour la vie me donne les honneurs.
Baby, please. Getting in my car. Finding my way through the bumps in the road. The unexpected things I cannot change. But like the wind, I turn to you. What can I do? So in love with you. Say, hey, my friend, say that I should hold out and wait for another light will shine my way. Brighter than yours, they say. But they don't see how free this is. They don't understand that you are the best. My only love, my true love is true.
Je n'ai jamais dit que tu m'as jamais aimé, malgré le temps et le temps que j'ai vécu avec toi autant.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Oh,
Very sweet song.
thank you.
Very nice.
Thank
Nice to hear that again. We did a gig together with Charles Neville, who
Yes.
recently passed, down in Holyoke. And it was a gig Tony set up, and Abutun was there, Joe Salins. And as part of that gig, you did a spoken word piece that you call African Mermaid,
Yes.
which is one of my favorites. So tell us about that piece. We're going to watch some of it in a minute.
Okay, all right. First I just want to say it was amazing to have an opportunity to work with Charles Neville,
Yeah.
and may he rest in peace. African Mermaid. Well, it was born on Gorée Island, truly. I remember visiting Gorée Island with Tony Vacca, and
And Gorée is off the coast of
Senegal,
Dakar in
right.
Senegal.
And so
And what's special about Gorée Island?
the door of no return,
That's right.
the middle passage, our ancestors. And I remember being present and feeling so sad
Yeah, it's
and
intense.
very intense.
Really.
And something happened. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a poem,
Yeah,
and I didn't even know the words
right.
until I actually got back to New York, stateside. And a friend of mine was involved in Black mermaids and mer women in African folklore. And she asked me if I had any poems about mermaids. And I said, no, I don't think so, but I think I do. Let me get
Well,
back
there's
to you.
Some cooking in there.
Let me get back to you. And I sat down, I said, it was the poem that I wrote from Gorée Island.
Right.
And I'm standing there at the door of no return and thinking that there was a different experience
Yeah,
under the great blue,
yeah,
where the sick were healed and chains were broken.
right.
And so all the words came.
Yeah,
It just came, and I knew where it came from. And it's been a powerful piece in my life to the point people ask me, did that really happen?
it really resonates, this one, I think. Yeah, for real.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's very special to me. It's a gift.
yeah.
It's a gift.
Just say thank you when those things come, right?
Oh, absolutely. and you inspired me to tell the backstory of it and how it came to be, and the African Mermaid and what she did for all of us.
Let's watch this beautiful thing right now.
You have returned home, my daughter. You have returned home. But now you must go and come back. Go and come back and tell them that you have seen me. And not everyone died. Not everyone died. You must go and come back. Go and come back and tell them about me. The existence under the great blue. And don't you worry. Every time you see the water, I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. So Aminata began to write a poem for her mother, for Mama Africa, a poem for her mother, for Mama Africa. Africa. My divination is complete. I leap across dimensions, revisiting the parts of myself. It's been eons, eons, eons since I've seen. Many have dreams of her magic, her succulent hue, the power of her massive tail, ebony skin gleaming beneath the blue, bracelets on her mighty wrists, bongos for waist beads, music her womanly core. She flirts with the stars in search of her pleasure. Oh, African mermaid, buried in the hearts of men, love is her treasure. Her voice calms the ocean, a comfort for the newly free, rocking them to the door of their return destination, liberty. Oh, African mermaid, a vision beyond earthly measure, a sanctuary in the hearts of men. So sweet is her treasure. My divination is...
I love that so much. It's so great.
Thank you so much.
Great. It's so special. You have, and of course, Tony was there.
That's right.
Playing his Dusanguni,
Yes.
which we're going to hear more from later. Have a little
Becoming one of my favorite instruments, by the way.
Very cool, very cool. Yep. So now you have some new projects, right? You got a book of poetry coming out.
Yes.
So you've been that's been in the works for a while.
That's been in the works for a while, the last 3 years, and it's called Okay Baby, and it's dedicated to my father, who passed away in 2014.
Yeah.
And some of the stories, some of the things that we shared. So I'm really excited about that.
It's very nice. Anything else you want to tell us or share with us?
Let's see. Well, I hope to go to Senegal in December of 2018
Nice.
this year. I'm hoping that happens
Yeah.
with the Senegal-America Project. I also have some house music projects that I've been working on.
You do a lot of that,
I do
right?
a lot of
You
that.
work with how many producers?
A lot.
A lot.
A
Like
lot.
you're in demand in Brooklyn, man. You're like the house mama down there.
That's right. That's right. And people can find out more about that on tracksource.com.
Excellent.
And, I'm teaching poetry to middle schoolers.
Is that fun or what?
That's a lot of fun.
I used to teach middle school, so I know the deal.
Okay.
That's great. So that's great. Boys and girls are...
Boys and
girls.
girls. Yeah.
So you're finding that to be rewarding, or?
I really love it.
Yeah.
And one of the things one of my students said the other day as we were wrapping up, she said, the best part of this is that you do it for us.
Yeah.
I was like, you got it.
Yeah, thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So Tantra Zawadi, I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing your beauty, your philosophy, your love of humanity, your poetry and
Thank
the
you,
soul,
Terry.
your soul really with us. And it's so great
Thank you.
to have you do that.
You know what? You inspire me.
Oh,
I must tell you that.
It is mutual.
And I'm honored to be here with you today and to see the evolution of our friendship and the collaborations. And I look forward to more.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, this is Derek Jordan, and thank you for joining us today on the World Fusion Show. We've got lots more fabulous guests coming up in the future, and if you like the show and share with your friends, you can go to derekjordan.com, click on the support page, and help make more shows possible. Also, we're now going to go to the part of the show where we do some live in the studio playing, and we'll be joined by our good friend Tony Vacca on percussion and the famous Dusanguni. All right, thank you so much, and remember, think globally, listen locally, and support independent music.
Jamak Salam. Oh. of your deepest passion with mindful responses that sweeten my galaxy. Rest your arms, let me adore you as you are, with phrases that inspire states of bliss, with eyes of poetry that dance like stars. Spit fear like venom, let the earth disarm it. The ancestors are supported, and nothing shall harm us. Take me through your African rhythms, to Dakar's kisses under freedom's gaze. Atop concrete balconies, along Malacca's sandy passageways. Let's meet by the ocean as we did before. Remember Earth's abundance overflowing along her magnificent shores. Oh, Africa, let us rejoice, chanting through the night, heard by all of creation, even when hidden from sight. My Africa, I dream of the African Mermaid and children playing in the water near Chubab Jala. Voices on rooftops, singing fast then slow, making music and poetry as the crowd cheers below. Oh, Africa, let us rejoice, my people, under a blanket of sky. Let us rejoice for the people, for a new African sunrise. Oh, oh Africa, how I adore you, my Africa. Oh, my Africa, how I adore you. We come to life in places of tension, seeking questions, activating, creating, writing, thinking, praying, dancing, singing, and bending. With crashing planes overhead, rising water under our beds, pressing, bulging, melting ice caps, small caps dwindling, drowning in sadness, death, and misfortune. Gil Scott Heron knew it was winter in America. A storm is coming. Feel the tension. Penalized passage. Limited health care. What welfare? Bracing ourselves for the storm. Without embracing the victims of Katrina. Without hands out and lives broken. Government crime on the rise. Grimy politicians on the rise. real life signs of the unconscious mind that rewards corruption without consequence. And the question remains, what God do you serve? We come to life in places of tension, sublime questions, I think. Pharmaceutical nightmares, wars that take children, death assurance, life without assurance. Counting ballots with clowns on the ballot. The circus of life, a new reality. The surge is in America, baby. And even the water we drink is suspect. And the fear of not being able to breathe scares me. The fear of not being able to breathe scares me. The fear of not being able